talk to the white, privileged, educated women who are up in arms about what's going on out there, who are saying you want to do anything you can to move the needle, and you're doing everything, but you don't know if it's enough. You are the ones who can absolutely move the needle. I need you to hear me. I just need you to hear me. It's on July 2nd, 1983. He did invite Ronald Reagan, by the way. Ronald Reagan couldn't come. That's not the point of this. But I want you to hear that he put in his invitation, I have a quote from Ronald Reagan that says, "The task that has fallen to us as Americans is to move the conscience of the world, to help keep alive the hope and the dream of freedom. Like the Americans who brought a new nation into the world 200 years ago, history has asked much of us in our time. Much we have already given. Much more we must be prepared to give. This is not a task we shrink from. It is a task we become. For with the privilege of living in this kindly, pleasant, greening land called America, this land of generous spirit and great ideals, there is also destiny and duty. A duty to preserve and hold in sacred trust mankind's age-old aspirations of peace and freedom, and a better life for generations to come." Ronald Reagan. So my dad was a fan. Now we know many different things. All I know in the time is that he was a pretty popular dude. This was an ideal that people really believed in. There weren't like some secret MAGA then because it was all under control. Okay, I get it. It's like when I moved here and people were giving me dirty looks about the Kamala sign. They were immediately like judging. This is not about politics. The thing that needs to shift is the energy, and this is not a joke. Let's call it ace an ace and a spade a spade. This is about racism and preserving whiteness and the superior race. Let's just take the first line, for example, especially. The task that has fallen to us as Americans is to move the conscience of the world, like to elevate the conscience of the world. That was the role of America in 1983. In my childlike state, it looked like America was way ahead of the game. People were happy, things were good, everything was great, at least in whatever ecosystem I lived in, obviously internet. What has happened in the decades that I was away? Instead of evolving, we went in a different direction. I know it has to do with many different things, but the one we must not keep out of our mind is that nothing stands alone. Everything is interconnected and interdependent, cause and effect. I wasn't here when the Twin Towers happened, but I saw it. I was in Amsterdam working at an agency. I had to move back with my F1 visa, and I was working at 180. Ironically, when that happened, I'm sure there was a huge shift. First, the shift was, let's all band together, and oh my God, how can anybody do this to our country? And then very quickly it turned into brown, Muslim, this, that. And I get it. This is the experience that's had. But this is why when we see our reality as just what people are telling us, if we see our reality just from our own lens, without understanding that everybody has a story. In the years that I've been here now, I haven't made close friendships. I was on a mission, but that's another story. I haven't made close friendships, but because I realize and I see that you're immediately put into a box. And I've lived in Asia, I've lived in I've had a divorce, I've done all these things. People's eyes glaze over, like, I don't even know. And to be honest with you, I don't want to make friendships with people who are going to be telling me in 6 months they are anti-gay or anti-black or anti-anything. So I don't care about that. My mission is bigger. I wanted to kick that off with my dad's citizenship party and the message from Ronald Reagan and the fact that that is the America that we believed in, and we all did back then when we loved it and we were proud of it and it was great. And the reason that we've lost sight of it is because of, obviously, the way that they communicate and the things that you think and the things that you assume and all of this stuff. And we need to break it down. If we really want to change what's happening, we have to shift something within ourselves. I'm not pro one thing or against another. It's not that I don't see race. I see race, but everybody's good in my book until I find out you're an asshole or a cheater or a liar or a narcissist or a fuckface. White women, the ones especially now who are up in arms and freaking out, that you hold a key, and the key is very accessible to you, but you're not going to be able to just find it. You can't simply find it. It's a bigger thing that we need to go on together. It's about energy. If you want to know more, come to my masterclass on Thursday. I was very uncomfortable at first calling it a masterclass. I mean, it is an invitation, but it's also a masterclass because you know what? I've done it. I grew up with you guys. I know what I'm talking about. And if you want to know how I know and what I know and we can do this, then join the masterclass. I am the messenger. I'm giving a message. And this is, if you hear it, DM me and I'll send you the invitation. It's Eastern Time, August 7th, 7 p.m. I hope to see you there.